The 2016 election has thrown a lot of surprises, a lot of entertainment, but also very important discoveries like an eye-opening reality check into one of the most dangerous aspects of politics, money. The carefully planned media spending candidates will do in this cycle. We're talking about, Margaret, $4.4 billion for federal races this year, up from $3.8 billion in 2012. They're still spending a lot of money on TV ads that they seem to have very low effect. We're talking about the studies have shown that if you have 1,000 ads more than your opponent, you might have a 0.5, half a point advantage, or you can shift the perception in public for half a point. Now, all bigger estimates, they say that they can actually change 2 or 3% of the race. That's enough to win a race. So although they seem like outdated because of all the cable cutters and the new generation of voters that rely more on digital advertising or digital mediums than TV, they still spend a lot of money on them.
It's because they're effective and they do work. Now, these ads, some argue that they're antiquated, that they don't have a place in today's digital age, but I don't agree with that statement. I think that media spending is critical for any presidential campaign, and it's been that way since the beginning of time. It will continue to be that way. And these ads, people poke fun at them, they don't like them, they walk away with opinions, but that says they're watching them. So, respectfully, I disagree with that data and that stat. I think that young people do watch these ads along with old, and especially these ads, they have very targeted demographics. So, mom at home doing the dishes when her kids are at school, or granddad and grandma on the couch, like they target these ads specifically towards the way people think at different times of the day. So I disagree with you. I think that they're effective, which is why people keep doing it, and they can decide an election.
They can decide, and what I'm saying is that not necessarily they're not effective. What I'm saying is that the numbers are real, the numbers are there. The growth in digital spending, just this year, they're gonna reach $1 billion on digital spending. That's a 576% increase from the last election. Commercials, on the other hand, had only a growth of 30%. So although they keep spending money on commercials, it doesn't seem like it's the return on investment. What they're doing is they can't afford not to do it. It's a war race. If a candidate spends this much money, the other candidate has to spend as much money because they want to see him as powerful as the other. Now, most of these advertisements are negative publicity against the opposing candidate. They're attack ads. Attack ads, the research shows that they don't change minds. They solidify the opinions of the party members to vote for their party, but they don't really change the mind of others thinking. They only kind of close the ranks around their candidates. But they keep doing it. Why? There's another very important concept. The political advisors, they get a cut out of these media contracts. The media buying for airspace, for ad time, and also the production companies give them a kickback. So obviously they're going to advise for these ads. Now, this is a lot of money that could be used in a different way to communicate their plans, their work plans, addressing the issues that they're trying most of the time to avoid talking about so they can attack their opponent.
Right. Well, doesn't that say something, though, that $1 billion is spent on digital media, that platform? They understand, whomever is spending that money, they get the fact that millennials have entered the workforce, that they're sitting at their desks during the day watching YouTube, clicking on Facebook. They want to make sure that they target that voter, those young voters that have entered the workforce, that are in front of a computer screen, doing a low or menial job, working their way up. They're on YouTube during the day, and they're on Facebook, and they want to make sure that those people are being hit.
And now the lines blur a little bit because the same ads that run on TV, they will run on digital platforms. But at the same time, the real information, this new generation of voters is looking at it on Reddit. They're looking at subreddits that talk about the issues that they want to talk. They want to know what the candidates are putting out. Not necessarily they pay attention to the smear campaigns. We want to know how you feel. Do you react to negative ads? Do you care for political ads at all? Let us know your thoughts below. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the Lip TV 2.